Hey everybody, this is Flo and Water again from PureRacingTeam. Today I'm gonna make my second video for the Blanc Sprint Series. I will give you an input about cornering of Sebring and also braking and accelerating out of the corners and everything. I have today made a replay video because then I can show you a pretty quick lap. When I'm commenting it live during the ride, it's pretty hard and I'm losing about maybe 1 second for a lap, and I want to show you now a hot lap, a really good hot lap. I hope it was really good for you to learn something. And yes, so we're now in the warm-up lap. Sebring has really high curbs and is really bumpy, so you have to be aware. Some of the curbs are not allowed to be touched, like this one we see now on the right side. Try to avoid it. It will really make the car jump, and you have no possibility to gain time here. So after that lap, I will show you also the full lap once again with the steering, throttle and braking inputs. The problem is that I cannot hide the HUD and keep that window inside, so I'm gonna make it like this now. So we're now on the back straight. We're taking really wide corner here because we want to take as much speed as possible to the first straight. It's really bumpy here, so be aware when you're hot lap later on. So now the first braking point is not really a braking point, it's under the bridge. You go a little further and then you brake down to third. Try to aim the cone on the left side here. Accelerate exactly at this point where the cone is. Next braking point is 3 cones. You go down to second. Try to keep as tight as possible. Next braking point here at the curb on the left, down to first, quickly up to second because the rear is really loose here at that corner. You can gain really much time in this corner here because it's a long back straight now. Now on the straight, 4 cones is the braking point, down to first gear. We take it really tight. Try to get out really early on the first gear. Now accelerating up to 5th gear for the next braking point, which is right after the 4 cones on the left side. Going down to first gear only for braking and cornering, and then go up to second and then to third to keep the rear really stable. Now we're accelerating until the right side curb ends, down to seconds and up the next straight again. Now all full throttle until the curb ends on the left side. Here we brake and then aim the cones on the right side in second gear. Then third gear, aim the cone on the left and brake at the end of the curbs. Aim the cone on the right and full throttle out. And now we're going back to the straight again. The 3 cones is the steering point. You're steering and aiming the wall on the right side and brake then shortly before the wall. Try to stay as tight as possible to the wall. Here I lost about 3/10 for that corner because I went way too wide here. So that was 1 lap, and now we're going back to the lap again, and I wish you much fun with this lap. So, that was my second video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can learn something about of it. And I wish to you much fun of watching it, and I hope to see you next time. And have fun. Bye bye.